how to manage relationships when you're up close and personal. So I can't speak to relationships with kids, but I can speak to having been married for, he'll know this better than I do, but I think it's 27 or 28 years, successfully for the large part, for nearly all of it. There is definitely ways to handle close quarters and ways to not. Some stuff that you had that was important to you in the beginning might fade away and you'll feel a sense of loss, but it might be replaced with something else, and there'll be ebbs and flows in the relationship and good times and bad. But overall, there are some really defining principles that JP and I live by every single day. Every day. I can't remember the last day was an exception. It's years ago. So we reevaluate our vision and our purpose together every year. We've been doing that for 17 years. Make sure our values are clear, and our values aren't the same because we're not the same person, but we make sure I have my values and I reset them every year. JP has his values, he resets them every year. And together we figure out what our, as a couple, values are. And the guides for how we go about each and every day is to be living our purpose separately and together. So we have separate purposes and a combined theme, and to be living our values, our separate values and our combined values, and navigating life and our decisions through those makes decision making not easy, but easier, because we're guided by who we want to be. We're guided by who we're becoming. We're guided by what we know matters to us, regardless of what's going on. So that's a huge part of the bedrock of our relationship. We make sure we connect in a deep way, in an emotionally intimate way, every single day for at least 45 minutes, probably double that. Both people need to prioritize the relationship, because it's very easy to prioritize. I could get caught up in my goals and he could get caught up in his goals, and then what's ever left over we give each other. But instead, the priority is we connect every single morning. We connect during the day for a really good amount of time and a really good private conversation. Not, yep, good, how are you? Yep, did you get that did you write? Yep, okay, goodbye. It's a really great conversation. And then again, if we can, at the end of the day, but it tends to be more text because he's so busy. I never knew this would be so important. So we can't, once we have a partner, and it's years later, oh wow, I wish I got someone with more productivity. But one of the lucky things that I have is I'm with a husband who's just so proactive and finds a way in adversity, and I have that as well. So the other thing that we bring is a lot of tolerance, probably him more than me, but I'm never going to say that publicly, so I'll deny that you heard this from me. But I can get, you might not know this about me, I can get a little bit antsy and impatient. Paul already knows that. It's like, no, I'm not doing that, take again. But I get impatient, I want things done and let's move forward. Whereas JP is my I'm the fire and he's the water. So he will give me lots of compassionate space when I decide it's time to get intense. The other thing we do every single day, even though we're not living together at the moment, is every day we will share a gratitude of each other. So it'll be generally by phone, but often by text is late at night. I am grateful for you so much because, and it's got to be for the person, that's how we do it, and then a highlight from the day. And it is okay to sometimes say, there was no highlight, and right now I'm not grateful for you one little effing bit. We're human, and some days just, I'm not playing. But pretty well we would do that every single day and have been doing that for a few years now. We can't be everything to each other all the time. And so I go to my friends and he goes to his friends. I will have other outlets away from JP, so he doesn't have to be everything to me. He doesn't have to be the answer to everything. He doesn't have to always comfort me. He doesn't always have to have answers. He doesn't have to always reassure me. And hopefully vice versa. I won't speak for him. It's just, take a break, go get the answers somewhere else, or just don't express it. It's not a case of everything has to be shared all the time in the interest of I'm just being honest. I mean, sometimes it's shut up, SP, and don't share that. I guess times like this are a magnifier of what's really going on in our hearts and our minds. And whilst I'm not getting right in every area, and there's definitely area for growth and improvement, in this area at the moment, as I do this video for you today, we're doing okay with it. We're doing okay with how we're navigating our relationship as we navigate more uncertainty than we ever dreamt would ever be visited on the planet.